Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Saturday, happy second recording. Want to say hey to all my subscribers. New as well this season, I got a word for you. Tap in. In fact, I have an email response. So in this recording, someone wanted me to talk about a few things. How do you decipher from the beginning if someone is a narcissist? And you said something to the effect of you believe the chosen ones were designed to destroy the narcissist and some other things. Okay. Here's my opinion on that. Just my opinion. The chosen ones have too many other great things to be focused on than trying to destroy a narcissist. Keep in mind that that's not even in our makeup, right? We're just naturally our hearts are too pure to try to destroy someone intentionally. So I would reword that in my opinion, but I will say this. When a narcissist come in contact with a healed, whole, chosen one, they definitely have met their match. Now, if the narcissist, because they target empaths, they target chosen people, they target people with big hearts, great spirits, things like that. So if a narcissist comes into contact with a person who still have a people-pleasing spirit, a person who is still wounded and have not going through like a healing season of kind of dealing with a lot of the trauma that chosen people have dealt with, that narcissist is going to do a number on them. That narcissist is going to do a number on them. However, the same way that you came out of the process, they themselves will come out of that process if they do exactly what God tells them to do, and maybe a few things that I will mention in this recording. So there's a number of ways on how you can kind of decipher early on if a person is a narcissist. The difficult part of that is they don't come on like a narcissist. It's the complete opposite. See, it's a game. It's literally a game to them. It's a match. It's a game that they create. They create this game, an illusion. So the person on the other side, they really think like, oh my goodness, this person is the most wonderful person. This is the best thing since sliced bread, because they're love bombing you. They're giving you all of their attention, all of their time, all of these compliments. Honey, it's like they treat you like royalty in the very beginning. So you really don't see the signs because they know they have to play a game until they suck you in. Now, once they suck you in and got you in their trap, then that's when you start to see the complete other side of them, right? This is why I don't let people love bomb me. Love bombing is a red flag, especially for a chosen one. Love bombing is a red flag. When someone is trying to hurry you up to do something, right? They love you instantly. And don't get it twisted now, because people fall in love with us easy, chosen ones. Like, let's just keep it real. Like, we're going to just keep it real. There's nobody who's never not caught feelings. Let's keep it real, right? We're not talking about that, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about straight love bombing. First day, they love you. They want to marry you. This, that, and the third. Oh, let's take your children and my children and just marinate all together. This one big happy family. You're the most beautiful woman in the world. Where have you been all my life? Honey, they're calling you all day. They want all your time. Honey, if that ain't a red flag, I don't know what is. Right? So I don't let people love bomb me. In fact, I don't even play with it. I call them out. I call them out on it. Please don't try me, because I feel like then you're questioning my intelligence, right? I don't toot my horn with a lot of things, but one thing I toot my horn with is my intelligence, because I get a lot of compliments on my intelligence. So I feel like if you're sitting here trying to love bomb me and fake me and fool me in a matter of 24 hours, you're playing with my intelligence. So I'm going to call you out. Sir, find somebody else to play with. Seriously. All right, so let's move forward, because again, you're not going to see you're not going to see a lot of the signs in the beginning. Now, all right, now they sucker you in, honey. You fell for it, honey. You believe the lies, honey. You were on cloud nine. Like, you guys have already kind of just like, your lives are now entangled. They got you in this trap, honey. And I mean deep in that trap. Honey, get your edge growth oil, because you're going to need it. So, some signs you will start to see is they're very, very, very controlling. They want all of your time. They want access to who you are around. They'll start trying to put things in your head about other people to make you cut other people off. Like, they're very controlling. They want to control your money, control this, that, and the third. They want to control everything about your life. It's a controlling spirit that you will pick up on. Now, again, in the beginning, right, some people would tend to think that's cute. Oh, I guess he just really loves me like that. Maybe she just loves me like that. Honey, no, they don't. It is a game. This is one thing that you're going to have to remember. If any of you guys are like in the beginning process of this thing, and like you really think like, oh my God, I found my soulmate. Please understand, if you really believe it's a narcissist, okay, first of all, your spirit is off anyway about something, but please understand, it's a game. So they never actually loved you. It's literally a game that they maneuver. They never loved you. In fact, they don't even like you. They don't even have the empathy to even like or love a person with a beautiful spirit. In fact, your beautiful spirit disturbs, ignites, and irritates theirs. Have you discovered, chosen ones, the more you love on a narcissist, the more they hate you? Think about it. If someone is loving on you and loving on you and loving, wouldn't that be like a beautiful feeling? No. The more you love them, the more they hate you. It's a demonic spirit. Okay. So now you're dealing with controlling spirits. They're very, very selfish, right? They're very selfish. They don't want to, honey, everything is about them, right? Everything is about them. They really don't help anybody else. Like they're very selfish, very greedy, very this, that, and the third, very unappreciative and ungrateful. You ever notice that with the narcissist, you can like really look out for them in a way, and truth of the matter is, you probably look out for them in ways that you won't even look out for another person. Like, you kind of went out of your way to do some things, and then they kind of just look at you like it's not enough, or, well, what's next? Or as if they're entitled to the great thing you did. Like, they don't even celebrate it. Where in contrast, if it was you, right? Because you guys know, chosen ones, we celebrate the small things, right? So if someone did something for you, like, I mean, you go all out. You might write a whole thank you letter, honey. You might go, oh my God, child, I'm so grateful for you. I knew this took you all day to just, wow. Wow, let me see what I can do for you, right? Reciprocal, right? No. They're very, very selfish, and they're very, 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 very entitled. Next, no accountability. Honey, everything that you bring to, listen, it is so bad that you will get to the point where you are afraid to speak. You are afraid to even address something. Even if you're addressing it in the proper tone at the right time, you will be it's like you're walking on eggshells. Because you already know whatever you say, right or wrong, because we're not perfect, right? So we can be wrong at times, but let's just say it's something where you know you're not wrong. Like, it's 100% proven that they're wrong. They will not take accountability. Instead, they're going to deflect. Instead, they're going to manipulate and turn it back on you and blame you. So now they're blaming the problem that you're bringing to them, the problem you have with them. They now twist it in a way where now it makes you the problem. So now everything that you're complaining about them is no longer on the table to talk about. Instead, you're now talking about whatever the issue is with you. Let me give an example. Okay. I always tell people some of the most powerful things you can do is own your flaws. Recognize and own your flaws because we all have them. Nobody's perfect, right? We all have our flaws. So when you own your flaws, no one can use them against you. So let's just say a flaw that you have is, I don't know, maybe you overtalk people. I'm bad with that. I get better. I'm sorry, I have gotten better, but it only, transparent moment, it only works through the conviction of the Holy Spirit. But let me explain, right? Because it's not intentional. Maybe I can help somebody here. There's something that's in my mind, right? Because I live in my head. So when I'm speaking to a person, I feel like if I don't say what I have to say at the time, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to forget it. But the thing is, I can hear exactly what they're saying. I can hear what they're saying. And if I'm honest, as crazy as this sounds, I can almost kind of guess what the last few words they're going to say. So then I kind of already go and start talking. First of all, it's disrespectful, right? Accountability is disrespectful, right? But the point is, if you own it, if you know that's something that the Holy Spirit is working with you in that area, now when somebody's bringing it to your attention, like, see, that's your problem right there, or you just cut people off. If you don't own that thing, it's going to sting you and it's going to hurt. It's going to make you feel like the scum of the earth because, oh my God, you're telling me I'm the scum of the earth and see that it. No. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I take full accountability. I apologize again for the 137th time for cutting you off. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep working on that every single day. Accountability, right? You're taking your accountability. You're owning your stuff. So I apologize. Now, let's talk about why you didn't come home last night. Well, first of all, that's never going to happen. I'm just saying, but I'm speaking in general here, right? Let's talk about why. Now that you've owned the fact that you've cut them off, and they try to deflect from not coming home, but instead they're now bringing up the fact that you're always cutting them off, or your mouth, or just this, that, and third. Now, before you know it, a whole argument has ensued about your mouth, right? And never about the fact that that person didn't come home. It's manipulation. It's a game. It's a tactic. So the first thing, own your stuff. When you own your stuff, people can't use it against you. Then you took in the leverage from them to deflect, right? So it's a mind game. A narcissist, listen, these people can screw up individuals who have very, very strong minds. So think about people who may struggle, maybe they got some trauma going on, or they may just struggle in certain areas. So maybe they're not as strong mentally. Imagine the damage they will do to people who are already broken or coming out of broken situations, and they encounter a narcissist. A narcissist can literally cause your mind to slip from under your feet. They're good at what they do. I'm going to just give props when props is due. They're good at what they do. They're good at manipulation. They are good at lying, scheming, scamming, turning things against you, deflecting. They're good at their game until they meet a heel-hold chosen one or empath. Okay. So controlling spirit, selfish, no accountability, always someone else's fault. It's never their fault. It's your fault. It's always your fault. It's never my fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Oh my God. God. Jesus, Lord have mercy. I'm having a flashback. Ooh, next. Crossing boundaries. They have a very, 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 very bad habit of crossing or pushing past boundaries. That's part of the controlling spirit. I was talking to a good sis last night, not talking to her, but via TikTok messaging. And she might be listening. But she has a situation going on with her son, right? And so I missed the post, but she asked people on TikTok to pray for her family But she specified that she was not going to get into the reasons. And I mean, she was solid there. Solid. Like, listen, I'm telling you guys now, please, if you're one of those people that feel like in order for you to pray, you got to have all this information, I'm just asking you early on just not to even bother, because this is very personal. Don't ask me anything. Well, after that post, there was somebody who messaged her. Well, I know you said don't ask you, but I was just wondering if you could. Crossing boundary. I mean, she gave it to them. Trust me, she gave it to them. I saw the video. She gave it to them. Crossing boundary. Boundaries are for you. So it's wonderful that maybe you want to check on me if that's what you want to do, but boundaries are not for the other person. Boundaries are put in place to keep your sanity, right? To have respect, right? To have boundaries. That's what boundaries are about. So if I say don't do this, that, and third, or ask you not to do this, that, and third, then when you do it, you're crossing boundaries. Narcissists are known to do that. They will push past your boundaries. And this is why you got to keep them in check really early on. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to check somebody in a few minutes because I don't like that. When you send me one text me one time. Don't keep texting. Matter of fact, if I already told you, I'm not a... Don't be calling my phone. This happened Monday. I gave someone my number, but won't get into details. I gave someone my number, right? I answered the phone because that's just the right thing to do when you first meet somebody, blase, blase. I had been very, very clear and firm on, you know what? I'm going to change the subject, but I'm going to block somebody in a few minutes. Trust me when I tell you. Cross my boundaries and I will cut you off for life. Period. Chosen ones, this is how, and see, this is not us, right? This is when you build and you build and you evolve and you evolve, because boundaries in chosen ones at lower levels, meaning before, accelerating, you don't even know what boundaries are, honey. As a matter of fact, it would hurt your feelings to put up boundaries because you think you're going to hurt somebody else's feelings. Ciao. Okay. Next, guys, please bear with me. I promise you, I'm going. Whoever this is, I'll have a conversation. But ciao. Manipulative. I think I said that. They're very manipulative. Kind of tie that in with all the other stuff. They're very manipulative, very ungrateful. Again, no matter how much you do, it's just they're never satisfied, or it's always what's next, or they want more. And the crazy part about it is they're not even reciprocal. So you look out for them. They've never looked out for you, but then yet it's like, what's more, what's next? Well, I mean, could you hit your girl off one time too? Ciao, bye. Next, they will say little sarcastic things to you. Now, mind you, this is when they got you in that shell, right? When they got you in that spider web, right? So in the beginning, you won't really deal with this because they're trying to love bomb you and suck you in, right? So they're going to be great. But once they got you in, they're going to say little sarcastic things to you. And they know it's going to be a jab. There is going to be an area that they already know you kind of struggle in that area, like you're already maybe a little sensitive in that area. They're going to say it, and then they're going to say it in a sarcastic way. And then when you say something about it, right, they're going to say something like, you always take things the wrong way. You're just so sensitive. It's like, I just can't ever say anything. And they know why they said it. They screw with your freaking mind. And then here you are for the rest of the day. You're trying to work on your job. And here you are thinking, did I really take that the wrong way? Am I really, really sensitive? Well, first of all, you're chosen one. So yeah, you're sensitive. Right? You're spiritually sensitive. But that's not the case here. They know exactly what they're doing. They did it to hit you where it stings. They did it where your mind will now be all occupied all day long and tied up in drama and all that nonsense, right? It's a very heavy energy. You don't even have peace. Peace doesn't exist with the narcissist. Your mind is always tied up. You're always trying to defend yourself. You don't know when to talk, if it's okay to talk, because they're going to take and twist it. They now cause some drama with other people and yourself. And now they got everybody thinking that you're crazy. Oh my God. Please. my heart goes out for anybody who's still struggling with that spirit or having to co-parent with a narcissist. My goodness. I think I've said everything in regards to, and there's more things, but that's just kind of popped up in my spirit. But ultimately, there's going to be an uneasiness in your spirit. Your spirit will never, first of all, you're chosen, so your spirit is pure and settled, right? Doesn't mean you're perfect, right? Speaking spirit-wise. Your spirit will always be disturbed around them. Like, you will never feel safe. They will never ever feel like your safe place. You will always feel like you're in survivor mode in some kind of way around them. You can't relax. Your spirit won't allow you to relax. So there's always like a heaviness. This is like you can be somewhere and they enter a room. Like, the room can be very light and fun and airy and all this good stuff. And the minute they walk in, honey, it just shifts from from light to dark. It's a very heavy energy. Okay. How do you come up out of this thing, right? Now, of course, every single body journey may be different. Personally, this is just me. This is just my opinion. I believe it has to be done spiritually. This is a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual battle. So the Holy Spirit must lead and guide you, because this can be a very, very dangerous spirit, right? Some people have left a narcissist, honey, 20 years ago. These folks are still hoovering. They're still hoovering. They're behind fake emails, listening. Now, honey, it's a whole mess, honey, right? So first and foremost, something has to happen spiritually. There have to be some kind of spiritual shift or nudging where kind of like they did it one too many times. Like, you might have been tortured for 25 years, but something has happened, right? Where it's just like, it's a spiritual shift. God knows you're ready, right? Now, truly, if you're ready, now I'm a firm believer. I had to learn the hard way, not with narcissism, but I've learned the hard way about not asking God for things without knowing that your life is going to be turned upside down when you ask for certain things. However, it will come back together. But certain things, when you ask God for it, your entire life will be turned upside down for a season, and then he'll bring it all back together, and it will be better than ever. So you have to really, 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 truly be ready to get up out of this thing, right? If you're still toggling back and forth, honey, because the sex is good and this, that, and the third, and you still love her, you still love him, and I mean, God, can you just change them? If you're still in that mindset of, God, can you please work on them and just change them? Honey, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You got to get to the point where you hate these folks. And chosen people, we don't even hate anybody like that, right? We can dislike you real bad. But they got to get to that point where you truly don't want anything bad to happen to them, but you want them to leave you alone for life. Seriously, right? It has to get to that point, right? So then God knows you're ready. But ask God, literally ask God to step in, right? You have not because you ask not. God, I cannot do this. I'm ready, but I cannot do this on my own. Say it. Literally ask him seriously. Because it's a partnership. Anything with God is a partnership. We keep thinking just pray, pray, pray. No, it's a partnership with a lot of things. I mean, clapping y'all ear, honey, but I'm getting real passionate because people don't understand partnerships with God, right? So, I feel like somebody jumped when I clap. So God is going to start to give you directions. And honey, those directions are going to be like, wait a minute, hold up. Let me change. I changed my mind. Nope, ain't no turning back, right? That can look like a number of things. Change that number that you had that same number for 97 years. Change that number. That can look like, I'm just saying now, this is any kind of examples, right? Don't do it, just examples. That can look like you got $10,000 in the bank, but it's tied up in there. Y'all got the money together. God may say, walk away from all of it. And you're like, hold up, wait a minute. First of all, most of it is mine. Walk away from, if that is your instructions, walk away from it. God knows something you don't know. That money is somehow going to keep you tied in the spirit. See, things can be tied in the spiritual realm that we don't understand in the physical realm. There's some kind of way that money can be keeping you tied. So wherever God sends you, trust me, he is going to if he requires you to leave it, he is going to take care of you. Trust me when I tell you, he will take care of you. That can look like if there's kids involved, because sadly the narcissists will use their own children as leverages and flying monkeys and to torture you. If God gives some kind of instruction like, hey, I mean, of course, not if these are your children, right? That's different. But it could be maybe stepchildren, right? Maybe you were in these children's lives for the last 5 years. You guys were together 10 years. But now they're using the kids against you. They're like, I mean, listen. It's obedience over emotions. A lot of the instructions will literally have you crying as you pack. Some of those instructions will have you drop to your knees as you pack. Like, I don't care how much you like his mama. His mama is a flying monkey. Y'all, I'm trying to be serious. I promise you guys, I keep telling you guys as I talk, there's visions that pop up in my head. I just saw somebody's mama with a whole monkey as a head. Oh, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. I don't care how much you like his mama. His mama is a flying monkey, right? I mean, you can truly love the mom. Like, the crazy part about it is, like, the mom could have always been great to you, meaning she's innocent. She's innocent, right? But then the son or the daughter, for my brothers, they're using their parent like, and the crazy part about it is the flying monkeys don't even know they're flying monkeys. Bless their little heart. They don't even know they're flying monkeys. So they're calling you truly like, I don't know what's going on with you and Paul, but he came over today and he was really, really sad. And, I just was wondering if, you guys can, they don't even know they're flying monkeys. They mean well, but they don't even know that you're being tortured. They don't even know you're being tortured behind closed doors, honey. Right? So the instructions he give you is going to be so difficult because it's like, it's not going to always align up with things in the physical realm. So spiritually, there's some kind of tie. Physically, the person looks innocent, but you got to trust the process, right? You're going to have to let your heart break. But what'll happen is in due time when things, right, the children will all grow up and they'll really learn that their parent is a narcissist. Like, they'll see things for themselves. They'll find their way back, right? The money you had to leave, honey, God will triple that money because of your obedience, because of your faith, right? If he's called you to relocate to a whole nother state, a whole nother country, your fruits are going to multiply there, right? So it's a process that a lot of people are probably stuck in because the fear of the unknown, right? And a lot of the times you're just going to have to move on faith rather than seeing the blueprint. So a grace at some point, when you are in partnership with God and you're truly, truly ready, a grace will come where it will make leaving easier. Where before you feel stuck, your mind is all over the place, you don't know your head from your feet, honey, right? But a time will come where you don't know your head from your feet, but you know something is moving you and pulling you and telling you, take this step. Just move out overnight when he's at work or she's at work and go get this apartment on the other side of town. I don't care if it's a 1-bedroom shack. There's no price for peace. So if you got to leave a 12-bedroom mansion to go live in a 1-bedroom shack, but you have peace, you have your sanity, and you're now about to enter your healing process, because you have to enter a healing process, right? Then it is what it is. It will all make sense in the future. But you're going to have to do exactly what God tells you to do. You're going to have to do a soul cleanse. Right? Whatever instructions, get rid of them curtains. You got spirits up in that curtains. You know what y'all been doing in that room. You still got the same bed set. Got the matching curtains. You got the same mattress Seriously, honey, them spirits. Child, if y'all look, y'all, I gotta go. It's Saturday. I'm just having some fun. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Ross.